Hello, classmates. Welcome to Mark TV. Keep calm and learn. For this video, we will talk about first conditional sentences. I know that you are excited to learn this new concept. Come on, and let's widen your horizon. Let's start by defining first conditional. First conditionals are used for future, real, or factual information. We use the first conditional when we want to talk about actions or events in the future which are likely to happen or have a real possibility of happening. Let's take a look at this sentence. If you stand in the rain, you will get wet. This sentence shows an event in the future wherein it is likely to happen. Let's compare the zero conditional and first conditional. For the first conditional, here is our sample sentence. If you stand in the rain, you get wet. For our first conditional, here is our example sentence. If you stand in the rain, you will get wet. Can you identify the verb in the if clause for both zero and first conditional? Very good. In the if clause, the verb is stand for both zero and first conditional. Next, how about in the main clause? Can you identify the verb in the zero conditional at the same time in the first conditional? For the first conditional, we have the verb get, correct. While in the first conditional, we have will get. Since we are talking about an action in the future, we use the word will in the first conditional. Now, let's identify the parts of conditional sentence in the given example. If you stand in the rain, you will get wet. The if clause in this example is if you stand in the rain. The main clause is you will get wet. In our example sentence, can you identify the verb in the if clause? Very good. The verb in the if clause is stand. And the verb stand is in the present simple tense. How about in the main clause? What is the verb? Wonderful! The verb is will get. And will get is in the future tense or will plus the base form of the verb. Let's take a look at this example. If I have finished doing my task, I will help you, or I will help her. The if clause is if I have finished doing my task. And the main clause is I will help her. Let us now identify the verbs. In the if clause, the verb is very good. Have finished. While the verb in the main clause is, by the way, have finished is in the present perfect tense. While for the main clause, we have will help. And will help, we have the formula will plus the base form of the verb. Very good. Let's proceed to the next slide. As you can see, this is an example of a first conditional sentence. The task is to identify the correct form of the verb that we will use. If it blank rain, I blank cancel the event. Now, what is the correct form of the verb that we will use in the if clause? Very good. The answer is rains. How about in our main clause? The formula is will plus the base form of the verb. The answer is will cancel. If it rains, I will cancel the event. Good job. Next. You blank be healthy if you blank eat fruits and vegetables. As you can see, we started our sentence with the main clause followed by the if clause. In this case, what is the correct form of the verb that we will use for the main clause? Very good. The answer is will be. How about in the if clause? The answer is it. You will be healthy if you eat fruits and vegetables. Let's proceed to the next part of the lesson. This is what we call challenge accepted. In this activity, you will just apply what you learned about first conditional sentences. Let's test your knowledge. The task is for you to complete the first conditional sentences with the correct form of the verbs in the parentheses. Number 1. If you blank stay inside your house, you blank be safe from the virus. What is the correct form of the verb that we will use in the if clause? The answer is stay. Very good. How about in our main clause? The answer is will be. If you stay inside your house, you will be safe from the virus. Number 2. The advisor blank send a message if you blank belong to his class. Please carefully examine this sentence. This sentence started with the main clause followed by the if clause. What is the correct form of the verb in the main clause? Very good. The answer is will send. How about in the if clause? Brilliant. The answer is belong. The advisor will send a message if you belong to his class. Number 3. If you blank press Ctrl C, it blank copy the content of the file. What is the correct form of the verb that we will use in the if clause? The answer is press. Very good. How about in our main clause? Wonderful. The answer is will copy. If you press Ctrl C, it will copy the content of the file. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. This is your classmate, Mr. Kalma, who always reminds you to keep calm and always leave a mark.